Today is one of those cold days in the dead of winter, and we are going to be making fire cider. Fire cider is a great little tonic to help keep away those nasty cold weather bugs. You can take it in a cup of water. You can put a teaspoon of it in a cup of water and take it daily to kind of act as an immune system boost, or if you feel a little bit of cold coming on, you can take some then. Either way, it's great for keeping your immune system nice and healthy and ready to fight off any infection or bug during the cold weather. I'm a little late getting mine started this year. Usually I start back in the fall so that I can have it at the beginning of the winter, because it does take about 4 weeks to get ready to go. But better late than never, and there's always cold and nasty bugs that come early spring too. So we'll have it. It lasts for about a year on your shelf, so you shouldn't have to worry about it until this time next year. I'm going to be using the recipe from Herbal Academy, and I will link that down in the description. They also have a simple video on how to put it together, but it's a great simple recipe with lots of really good things in it that are going to help that inflammation. They're going to help fight all of the bacteria and the viruses that come your way. So let's get started. First, we want 1 red onion. Now I'm going to put all these ingredients in a jar. You can put it in just a regular bowl jar if you want to get one of the big half-gallon jars. I'm using this beautiful Weck jar. These are actually reusable canning jars. The lids, you don't have to buy new. Eventually, if this little part wears out, then you can buy that anew. But it's got a glass lid, so you can reuse these lids over and over. They're a little more expensive. Well, they're a lot more expensive than just regular, but that savings adds up after a while. But that's what I'm going to make my fire cider in today, this Weck jar. And like I said, this is a really simple thing to do. You're just going to be chopping up ingredients and just putting them in to this jar together. We want 3 heads of garlic, and I'm really just going to cut this open, peel off the outer layer of the skin, and stick the garlic in just like this. We're going to be straining this, so it's really not a big deal. But you do want to at least cut the garlic open, because you want those juices to infuse into the apple cider vinegar. Now we're going to chop the lemon, and we are going to leave the peel on this as well, because the peel has some helpful, beneficial qualities. And I will say this as we're going, this isn't an exact perfect recipe. You can kind of make it up as you go. Add the ingredients you have around. If you don't have something, don't fret it. All right, now we want to grate some ginger and add this. The recipe calls for ½ a cup, but I'm just going to grate this whole thing and put it in there. The next thing is ½ a cup of turmeric. This was hard for me to find, so I ordered pre-cut turmeric. I'll link this down below so you can see where I got it, but this will work. Now I'm just going to eyeball it. And 1/4 cup of horseradish, and this also was a little tricky to find, but I did find some. I found enough root that I'm going to sprout it and try to grow it here this spring so that I can have it. Now horseradish is a little bit more tough than ginger, so I'm going to take the skin off of it. Maybe a little trickier to grate on the grater, but we can do it. You can use a food processor for some of these things. Perfect. We want some fresh thyme, and what we're going to do is, this is called garbling. You take the thyme and you're going to just pull the leaves off of the thyme, and you don't want to put the stem in. Now you have garbled the thyme. Sounds fancy. I wish there was smell-o-vision on this because it smells really, really good. We're gonna throw in some freshly ground black pepper. And then a couple of jalapenos, and be very careful with these because whenever you're using hot peppers, the juices will get on your hands and they can burn your eyes or burn your skin. And if you don't like super hot, you can use a milder pepper. That's totally fine. But those hot peppers are really great at clearing out your sinuses. So that's why they're in here. We want to cover and fill this with apple cider vinegar, and you want to cover the top quite a bit. You probably want to use apple cider vinegar with the mother. It's a little more expensive, but it's a lot better for you. I use Bragg's. And then we're just going to put the lid on it. You do not have to can this per se and seal it up. It will last just fine on the shelf with all of this vinegar in it, as long as you make sure your ingredients are submerged. Every few days, if you want to just go and give it a shake, and that will ensure that all the ingredients stay nice and submerged, and then you won't have any issues with molding or anything. And that is all there is to it. After 4 weeks, you come back and you strain this mixture through a cheesecloth and you save the strained liquid. And that's your fire cider. You can mix in some honey to taste, and that'll help it not be so potent, and then add it a little bit. Either take it by the spoonful or add a little bit to water, and it should help keep the nasties away this winter.